my name is Nikki, and welcome to another Let's Draw on Nikki's Let's Draw Journey to Mastery. Hey guys, it's good to see you again. We are back, and today's drawing or painting is a lovely painting. I love this one. It's actually rivaling my favorite of the year. Yeah, this year I think I did Butter May. I don't know if you remember. I'll put up an image of her. Butter May is or was my favorite, still is, I'm gonna say is my favorite piece that I've done to date, simply because it has a lot of features that I really like, and it was really well rendered. It's a beautiful piece and I love it. I think I love the creativity of it. This one is kind of rivaling it in being like up there with my faves, because of the render. It came out really good. I was so happy with this, and the design of the character was really nice too. It was a very interesting design, as you'll see in the sketch. I had a lot of little elements that made it interesting. I came up with this piece, again, using the method that I use for a lot of my previous pieces. I've talked about this, where I go on Pinterest and I just kind of scroll through until something hits my fancy, and I kind of combine a couple of references in a way that is interesting to me. So this was a combination of 2 or 3 pieces, I think. One main one for the expression on her face and her hairstyle, and another one for the jewelry, and also the shading was kind of it was, you could say, I drew inspiration from the previous piece, the one that I did called Fighter. The reference I had for that, I used the shading on her face right under here being really highlighted. Some of the shading on the jaw was really inspired by that previous piece. I did talk about it in the previous video, that I would probably utilize that for a while, you know, when you find that thing that you really like and you're able to just keep using it or keep getting better with it. So I definitely used it in this piece, and there were some other elements in this piece that I really liked. I came up with a color together with my Twitch chat. They kind of helped me decide the color scheme, like the blue on her eyes. I was going through a couple of different versions of the eyeshadow, the makeup on her face, and I finally settled on what you just saw, the sketch, the color sketch, and now I'm doing the final coloring. But yeah, I really love the design of this piece. It was really nice. I loved all the jewelry, all the face decorations. It was really pretty, and it's a simple piece in some respects. Like, the things that make it interesting are the jewelry and face decorations and stuff. Like, her hair is pretty simple. It's like a simple pulled back hairstyle. She's not wearing any outfits, though I did color her body like with a gradient of purple. I was using like this brownish, I was gonna go with like a brown or gray color, but to me it looked kind of like she just was darker bodied, you know, just darker skinned, and that's not what I was trying to go for. I was going for something a little different, something a little more fantasy, not as realistic. So I tried to use the purple instead, which I think I intensified later on. I think I make it like see, right now it just looks like she's maybe sunburned or something, but later on it's different. But yeah, now we're doing the color blocking in, and like I've noticed before, if the color blocking phase goes well, usually the coloring goes well. Usually it means that I understand what I'm doing and I have a good plan. A lot of the times when I do the color blocking stage and I can't quite figure out what I want, the rendering phase doesn't go so well and I have trouble. But this piece, I was pretty pretty positive when I was setting up the color blocking, like the colors that I chose. I think I did end up darkening some of the shadows on her face because the shadows on her face were really light compared to her body. So I did darken it with, I think, an overlay layer later on. But yeah, I really love how it came out. Like right now you can see the when I add the shading on the bottom of her body, it just looks like it's in shadow. It doesn't look like anything is going on. So I do like darken it or make it more red or purple, I can't remember, later on. Oh, actually I have the final image I can look at. Yeah, more red later on. So it makes it more intense and more intentional. One thing I did forget that I wanted to do was I didn't want a smooth gradient. I wanted it to be kind of jaggedy edges coming up her neck, and I completely forgot about that. I had it in the sketch, but I didn't put it in my final sketch, and so I forgot completely. I really like the pop of blue on her eyelids. I thought that was like something interesting, make a nice touch to the color scheme, because I really like the earthy feel of most of the colors, but I wanted to have like a pop of something else. One of my original color sketches had the color scheme from the reference, which was like this orange and was it green, orange and green or blue on the inside and outside of the eyelids. And it looked kind of clownish to me. It looked a little too extreme. So I was like, yeah, I'll try something else. And I found this blue idea with blue eyes, and I thought it was good. I really liked it. One thing I want to point out, I do have a new streaming camera, which by extension is also a new camera for my YouTube videos. I use the same camera. So now there's a little bit better quality of my face cam. I'm really happy with this camera. It's so good. I also teach English, and I teach remotely, so I have to use this camera for that too, and the quality is so good. It's so good. I'm really happy that I got this camera. I'm really glad I bit the bullet and got it. I'm very happy with it, so you'll see more close-ups of my face in these videos in the future, I guess. But yeah, anyways, the skin is almost done. Yeah, you can see I already added the darker tint to the skin. I thought that really enhanced it a lot. For the eyebrows, I think like I started with this really light yellow, and yeah, there I just darkened it. I didn't like how light it was, so I made it a little darker so it would fit in the face a little bit better, or at least stand out on the face a little bit better. I think it works in the end. I also like the original shades that I had for the hair were a little light in some places, so I end up darkening just a little bit with like an overlay layer. I didn't really go ham with it. I took my time. And then the stripe on her mouth and body, that was actually inspired by a girl named Laura on Instagram. Let me remember. I know it's LA_UARA. Oh, wait. LA_URA, I think. Or is it L_? Oh my goodness. I'm gonna put a link in the description to Laura. Her work is really good. She has this thing where she likes to do black lines through the bottom lip, down the body, and I was really inspired by that with this piece. I actually did straight up just the one thick not black, it was gonna be brown line, but it was someone was saying that's like too close to hers, so I was like, okay, so let me change it up a little bit, so I made it a little more unique. So it wasn't too much of a copycat, but it's definitely inspired by her art. The jewelry on this was so much fun. Like, I'm really starting to get the hang of like painting jewelry, at least gold and silver stuff, like smooth gold and silver stuff. Like these stuff came out really nice. Look at that, I just love it. I think it looks realistic enough for me, and I love how shiny and pretty it is. I wanted the earrings ones to kind of blend in a little bit more, but it was okay. This piece over her part in her hair, I wasn't fond of that part. I think it stood out a little too much, so I tried darkening some of the shadows, and it kind of helped. But anyways, I think that's pretty much it with this. It's gonna be, yeah, just those things over her eyes, but that finishes really quickly, and then we'll have the final images to take a look at. But yeah, that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This was a fun piece to do. I'm so happy with the final image. I can't explain. It's definitely up there as one of my favorites, and I'm going to treasure this piece for a very long time. I'm looking forward to many more pieces like this. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please leave a like if you did, and comment below. Let me know what you thought. What are your thoughts about this piece? Do you like it? And how about your own art journey? I'd love to hear from you. Feel free to subscribe if you haven't already, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Bye!